Greetings, traveler.
You are right to awaken me.
Aggro felt pretty good here, guys. Oh, I'll mute myself, sorry. Aggro felt pretty good, so I don't mind going there. Well, not aggro, but you know what I mean. You have to unmute again, by the way.
Right,
Sorry. No worries. So I'm gonna look at my previous deck, and we got in under the 2 hours, right? So we took our time, and we're still fine. It's fine. So what I've been doing is I've been picking the Starfire if I don't get Scribe, and I've been picking the Starfire early, and if I get Scribe, it's like, yeah, you have Starfire and a Scribe. So it's sort of win-win. I think the 5 is pretty good as well, but it's too early, and we might get buffs to do on 5. I've been changing my opinion on the Crusader a bit. Okay. Let's have a draw early. Champ is also a decent addition to the late game. Probably Mukla. Yeah. Okay, we can be picky with our 4s, and that's a good one. Combatant is strong, yet he has good stats. Let me actually quickly look at the win rates. Okay, so I've been picking the buffs over the 1. Not going to change my strategy now. Feels like the 1s just sort of come to you. This is a nice little treat. Get a free 3 drop. See if he gets away with it. 2 drop is fine, but I think I will actually go Ogre. Similar argument. If I don't get Scribes, I have Ogre. If I get Scribes, yeah, you have Scribes. Take my 2 drop here. We do have Cogmaster with the early mech, but we need a couple 2s as well. Soul is just something that works if we're doing this. So I'm gonna take that. Piggy's great. Couple of easier picks. Cable Rat performs. Kodo's a little slow. Anoyo's not bad either. We don't have anything for Snowballed other than buffs. Guess I'll take a Silent Knight. Hey, it's my guy. So now that we have that Scribe, we can already relax a bit. We're not gonna have to pick Ogre and stuff. So, looks okay. Sort of win the game for free. Alright. Second 4 drop. That's like, we need up to 4-5. I'll take Saber over Commander. This also has charge, but it's way cheaper. It's much easier to combo with our buffs. Technician's okay, but only if you have mechs. Probably gonna pick up a Crusader here. That's why we skipped the first one right now. We don't have that 3 mana buff yet, so that's no problem. I'll take another Starfire, yep. And that's sort of the late game sorted out. We don't have to pick late anymore. We can go a little earlier if we wish. Ooh. Second Roar versus Mekaru. I think the deck could get a little bit too awkward with 2 Roars, 2 Starfires, Mukla, Druid of the Fang. These are all cards that are hard to make work if they're not in the right spot. Mekaru does work with Soul. The reason why I'm being a little cautious here is I have picked this in wrong positions in Druid. So I'm going to do an extra double check, because a second Savage Roar is by no means unplayable. It's just paired with 2 Starfires in late game, it could really hinder us. Okay, I'm gonna make a bit of a whiff. Probably the Gnomish to cycle and find a Starfire later. Demolisher works with the mana, but that's about it. Probably a Crusader. As we mentioned, I think it's Starfires or Scribes, so we don't have to stack Starfires if you have a Scribe and an Ogre. And Crusader fills in that curve gap. It's not great right now, but it does do its job. Okay, another 3 mana card. Beggars can be choosers, I suppose, here. Trog to round out turn 4. Do I want an Ogre or a Bronze Gatekeeper? We got Mekaru Clockwork Gnome. That would be our absolute last late game card we could pick. Like tad heavy. But I'm not sure if a Bronze Gatekeeper is going to make enough of a difference. Ooh, okay, now we are somewhat happy. Although we might still pick a body here, because we do, as we mentioned, we do have that late game. Is the Annoyatron just more required? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The Annoyatron might just be better. Because it's tough to make the spread work with the buffs if you also have that late game. We do have a Mukla as well. Quickly checking the previous Druids, how many 1s and 2s I had. Also works rather well with buffs, works well with the Soul of the Forest we have. Yeah, this is too much. I think Menace is not bad, but we have enough 4 mana cards, so we could really do with the 2 mana card. It also could pair up really well with Aspirant. I feel like I just picked the cheapest thing in here and I pick a Piloted Reaper, but I don't think I can fit this. I need a thing to play, a thing to spend my mana on. Okay. Landscaping and Robocup. I'm definitely more of a Robocup fan. Landscaping could make sense with our spread rewards. We have Mukla, we have Soul of the Forest, we have Power, we have Savage Roar. I think I may actually want the Landscaping, funny enough. Because I flamed chats for this pick not too long ago, but I guess this is pick 29. I don't have enough 1 mana cards to make up for a lack of 3 mana cards. There we go.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect.
The early game is definitely going to be the most challenging for a deck. Going to need to land stuff to do early. Scribe to Ogres to Starfires. That is a very well taken care of late game. Oh, that's a hand. Anything that doesn't involve skip is good for us. I guess a 3-2 stealth is just better here, huh? That's why she's so good, man. I think it doesn't work here. That happens. I think I actually just piggy it. Having a 1-1 on the board helps with the lackey. Not exactly the ideal play, but if it helps save a 3-1. If he has a 2 damage lackey, we'll probably just develop this. Maybe we get a top deck, we'll see. Got the coil. Okay, okay. That is more than fine. I'll save the Annoyo for now. If it's coil tap, it's more than okay. Go for it. I was afraid of like coil and then lackey that someone's a 2-drop.
Wanna blow something up?
He is a fan of the coil. And then here the evolve lackey, the 2 damage lackey. That makes the bomber a little bit less bad, I suppose. Okay, so we're a druid, not a mage. Gotta remember that. This 1-1's gonna be a bit awkward for this crusader. I don't think you don't play a 5-6, right? But you can see with that 1-1 out, it's getting a little bit more awkward.
I suppose.
Mekaru Trog trade. or Savage Roar a Neutron. Feels pretty underwhelming. I'll go ahead and split it up. I just realized they can't reply to draft comments. They'll hear them 5 minutes later and it won't hold any relevance. Here it goes anyway. I'd rather have power than the squirrel right now, I think, in this deck still. You can't forget that we're still sort of low on buffs and that we don't have blessing, so... And it's not like we're super low on ones. I usually want like 1 to 3 if they're good ones. You can add more if they're premium, but... I wouldn't say that the squirrel skip looks like terrible or anything right now. So I'm not too sad about that this week. This feels like he might be smorking, right? He sees the number go up and up and he's like, yee, smork. Which means we might roar and trade in the thing. Well, that goes out of the window. I can't race him right now. Scribe and trade seems like for me. Well, we have a scribe on the board. We got a roar in the hand. Weirder things have happened than that resulting into a win. We'll see. Neutron Crusader is a curve. Some reach in the deck. Technically ahead on board, right, by a 1-1, but we're going to be at 12. He's going to be at 25.
Didn't sign up for this.
And I'm gonna have to free kill that 2/6, I believe. No. Not much to do here. Guess we're likely to take 6. Ooh, please. For the love of God. Oh, is that enough? Please let that be enough. So if I roar, I can trade this here, I can trade 2 here, trade 1 here. Hero power aspirant, push 7 or something. If I ogre, am I always dead? 1, 1, 2, yeah. That is rough, man.
Time waits for no one.
Guide my lands.
For the wild.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking.
Never skip dig day.
Tragic first defeat.
I can
Preserve some time in these losses.
Malfurion versus Malfurion.
I must protect the wild. Nature must be preserved.
Just need to have faith, play well. We cannot change the draft, so let's not concern ourselves with this, other than the 3rd draft, right? I guess I'll make my play first, right? Didn't get a play.
I am ready. Elune, guide my lands.
Drag no stupid.
Wow. Actually goes for the madman. Hero Power Noyatron's pretty good.
For the wild.
Actually let it live, the madman. What's going on? I think we have a classic case of the 0-1 bracket, which is very appreciated right now. I'm not complaining. Holy crap, yes, yes, we are in the 0-1 bracket. We have arrived, boys. This is exactly where we're meant to be. Absolutely. I'll give him the trade, it's fine.
For a moon.
Sorry, we just had some frame drops. But stream's still running, I hope, I think.
Trogzor! Trogzor!
Wow, he just does not want to kill this thing. That's great.
What?
Could just go face. It's a good trade. Shouldn't pass it up.
For a moon.
Magic detected.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Savage Roar. I mean, let's just fucking roar, right? Do the math later. If we hero power, it's 4 and 3.
For the wild.
I tried to not lose too much time on this game, right? There's stuff on the board. Let's roar and go.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan!
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
Wow. I think I just want to keep this. So much flexibility in his hand. Alright, this feels like coin and Noyatron in that case. That's why we like the flexibility. A lot of different choices based on what he does. If he passes his turn, we just gnome. Plays a 2-1, this looks pretty good.
It's getting hot in here!
That's a big juggle. And he makes it. That is frustrating. That could be just the end of the game right there. It's always tough, right? If a coin flip can decide your game, potentially. Got the coil, it's fine. I'm usually okay with them doing this because it slows them down so much. Face, my man. Like, if you attack with a piggy, they'll probably still end up coiling anyway. I don't know. So, I'd rather not attack and make him make the attack.
Tazdingo! Yes!
Next turn we're gonna have to hero power. But I still like playing the 5/6 here, of course, in case he does have a damage to kill the 4/3, then it's way smoother. We can just put the 5/6 in. Right now the hand does not really lend itself to hero power. So I'm hoping for a 3-drop or Cable Rat or something. Okay, lots of tapping early, that's what I want to see.
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
Wow, does not put that out of hero power range. And that is a 3-drop. A little surprised by that. Good draw. The 3/1 represents pretty good trades on those bodies. I feel if I trade, I just miss 5 because then he trades 1 in. He might still do that for us just because the 3/1 Divine Shield is looking very annoying versus his board. Next turn, Combatant Hero Power is an option. Could also just go Gnome and Crusader. We have no need for 3 damage. Okay. As discussed, he makes the trade. And if you have 2 Starfires in your deck, damage on a face is not bad.
Don't mess with
Big spread. Big spreads. Combatant Hero Power is okay. We'd essentially just leave him with a 3/4. It's a really good Dread Infernal though, so I'm gonna look for something else.
What to do?
I don't know, man. No, Dread Infernal's 1 card, right? The board state's so much better with this.
For the wilds.
Or die.
But yeah, trade Dread Infernal is really bad. That's why I like picking Dread Infernal so much in my drafts. I just have this all the time where I'm like, well, Dread Infernal is insane here. No Dread Infernal. Good. 3 mana 5/4 is good, but not crazy. Coin Soulfire, that hurts. Probably still Crusader Commander. Just curve out. Need to challenge him. You could Commander and kill this, but it's not a Crusader.
It's not just the city of
A lot of it is going to try and hold on because we have 2 Ogres, Scribe, 2 Starfires. There's a lot of stuff here. He does have tap, but it does cost him health and mana, so it's not the equivalent of just drawing big cards. If we can keep filling out our curve without having to tap, we should have an advantage. The only problem is that he has initiative, so it's a lot tougher then.
You call that a weapon?
Alright, looks like he has made his choice. I don't think he should smork everything, that's like a little bit too easy to trade then for me. So we could go in here, 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 and he has 9. 1 off. I have to use the Cable Rat for something here. Or draw a card, but this should be more likely to give us something. The 2-drop right now does not solve anything. We're just dead? Bonk.
What?
Tower of the Wild, not something that could do anything here. Druid of the Saber, also not good enough, I think. Oof. That is a rough start, man.
Time waits for no one. What to do?
So we try for a 2-drop with Pause.
It's time for a little blood.
Just do it in my head, just in case I didn't miss anything. Nope.
Well played.
I don't know. He's here, right? We're playing the tournament, so, you know, I don't want to, like, fail to this.
Well played.
Call 6-0, that's good to hear. Alright, on my turn to try and pull this out of the ditch right now.
Malfurion versus
Been in the 2-loss bracket many times before.
I must protect the
Could end at any moment. Could also just keep going. I'm going first, then we got a 2-drop. It's a good start. Ooh. That Reaper might actually go off. Well, that Flame Juggler won him the game. Remember when I was talking about that? So dumb, right? If he doesn't win that juggle, we win. That is insane. Classic Hearthstone.
Elune, guide my lads.
This is scary.
Got something to hide?
Hey. Alright. I'll probably go Burly, because he's got his coin. Hero Power doesn't do much here, right? So we got a free coin out of this. Getting to jump on him with 4 drops is pretty good. Good coin of Magnetic here. Be a bit awkward. Kaboom bot, okay. There is definitely an order to this. I think he's figuring it out. That was not it, I think. I think you keep both of them alive, right? This seems a bit wasteful. Trade both into the guy, then trade here. It does give us some idea that, you know, if it's not a misplay, then he's got Magnetic or, you know, Kings or something. And he values a 1-3 more than a 1-2 and a 2-1, but even if you have that buff, don't you rather have a 2-1? I think so. The Magnetic story is getting more and more worrisome. I think you're supposed to play Commander here, even though you won't pull anything out of your guy. The other one is to make a 3-2. Probably want the 3-2, to be honest. I don't think we buff, right? 3-2 means I can hero power this if he trades there. Yeah, I think you're actually supposed to play a 3-2 and take the tempo. The deck is pretty stacked with late game, so tempo play should be pretty good. I don't want to play this guy.
time waits for no one.
I guess Silent Knight gives a slightly different amount of damage, right? Crusader is fine, but I do have 3 damage on the Panther right now. I'm gonna get 2 damage off the Commander if he kills the Reaper, but I don't see a 4-2 trading there. Wow. The Bomber give it and the Bomber take it away. That is very good for us. And we can full tempo. Look at that. Alright, now let's look at how he comes back here. Consecration's fairly good, so I think I'm gonna put my guy on 1 and keep this.
silence.
Now it's not fairly good. It's okay, I guess. Removes a shield, kills 2 guys. But otherwise it would kill 3 guys and remove a shield. That's pretty bad.
Reporting for duty.
Angler. Hey, there is the reason we go full tempo. We got a big boy off the top, so that's coming out. That's coming out. Probably just the 4-3. The numbers don't quite add up, do they? Yep.
Your turn to bleed.
I think we checked him for consec. Didn't have it, so take this one. Still respecting it a little bit, of course. Threatening lethal because of the double hero power. Looks like we got him. Alright.
Reporting
Not
for
1 and
duty.
3. That's a start. That is a start.
For the wild. Well played. Well played.
Slows me down too much.
Alfurion versus
Alright, no break.
Jaina.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
Going first against the mage. Sort of want to keep the rat in this deck. I think an Oiatron just doesn't do enough, right? Just want to increase the chance we hit one of our 1-drops on the play. Alright. Hello there. That works out. And now the rat's looking okay, right? Might be a nice little lackey. Ooh, alright. I could think of at least one lackey is pretty good here. Let's get that one. Not a good one, unfortunately.
Nothing.
Power is nice.
Attention!
It's a mage. Starfire in hand. We did get punished before, but I don't want to let that influence my decision making too much. Missed damage is missed damage. In this case, we would have missed it. Wow, he's actually going for the ping?
Excuse me.
Okay.
You are on fire.
That could mean he has a secret in his hand or deck, right? He's so hesitant to play Valet. He also picked it out of Raven, so... In this case, did not miss Two-Face. It's good. Could be Crusader into Gnomish Power. Could go for the power straight away now. Jeweler power. Trade the 2-2. That makes for a far more awkward lineup for him to deal with. Mages can deal with the Divine Shield rather easily. Yep. I think I will actually take it. Make a Yeti. Keep our Trog healthy.
Such a beautiful design.
Makes next turn a bit more awkward, but we will cross that bridge when we get there. Might get a top deck. He might play the perfect Starfire target. Who knows? Alright. I don't know how I feel about that. That's like technically the right one, but I have a 6/6 now. Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay. 6/6s are pretty good out here. Her... Probably still Crusader. We can't even poke him with the hero power.
It's not just the city of nature.
Once again, you know, we could trade, but got reach in the hand, so let's take some face damage off him. Or some health, I suppose. Yeah, I mean, they're good minions. They're a little slow here. Ooh, that helps. On the other hand, you could just stick a scribe, right?
I wonder.
That freeze text is super relevant here. Sticking a scribe with roar in the hand rather than roaring to kill something should probably be preferable. I don't think we actually proc the bubble because it makes Firelance Portal quite a bit weaker if we leave the bubble up.
I wonder.
So I think we just stick a scribe and say, alright, well, we'll see how this pans out. Scribe on the board, roar in the hand, as I said earlier. That usually leads to pretty good positions. Jam in the portal. Frostbolt, okay. Still a pretty good Trog. Smack the face for 6. Kill the water alley. And the Raven last. Okay, he's pushing some face. No, we're getting close. This freeze on the face is preventing some damage as well. You could really go Annoyatron here. I think I'm gonna draw last, funny enough. And do my other plays first. See how the board looks like. It's always a bit easier to visualize that way. What I like about the Annoyatron is that it makes his Flame Strike a lot more awkward. Because it means he has to double trade the Annoyo and he can't proc the Scribe. So I think it actually makes more sense. Hero power for the armor. Because Flame Strike would be quite devastating if we just play both our 4 mana cards here. That means he can put the Soldier in range and proc the Scribe. Full clear.
Truth is my shield.
He's not giving me tokens. That's a smart thing. Savage Roar, Starfire should still be enough. Wow, if he procs the Scribe here, that's insane. Like, oh! Okay, well, that is more than enough now. A ridiculous amount of damage, I would say. Right.
For the wild.
Yeah, we're like, oh my god, so much over. Hey, alright. Not doing good. Every win, man. Every little fight.
Malfurion versus Jaina.
You asked for it.
I must protect the wild.
Ooh, not miss my mulligan. And that is a 2-drop and a Spider Tank. We take it. Alright, it's a little early to see that, but versus Mage, that could... Ooh, very, very good draw. Yes, thank you. It's still early, but versus Mage, this definitely has its use. Remember that turn where the Flame Strike would have been awkward, right? And we just play this, and it's no longer awkward. So. 20 minutes until 9. 9 is the halfway mark.
Another night on the prowl.
And it sort of corresponds with where we're at, so still not too stressed for time. As I said earlier, either this run does well, and then we'll deal with it on the 3rd run, or this run doesn't do too well, and then we have enough time. So I think if I start playing really fast now, I might inadvertently throw a match, and that seems way worse than having to play fast in the 3rd run.
Such a beautiful design.
Okay. Makaru, a true champion, right there. I don't really want to soul, so I sort of want to get a good hero power or a curve for. That is a Raven. Ooh, put the Raven to 1 drop Annoyo is not bad. Yep, I'll do that.
For the wild.
See if he's want the ping.
What to do? What to do?
Well, he punished us good there. Soul off curve. Keep trucking face. Prep for the roar. Or Savage Roar now. Is it enough? Why don't we do that math? Savage Roar gives us 8. 8 and 7 is 15. 15 and 5 is not 21, but it's darn close. I think the Soul probably gives us less pressure, right? It's not like, ooh, he has a taunt, we're out of it, or he has healing, we're out of it. Soul is still a doppelgangster here, right? 4 mana for 3 2/2s. So, which is not too vulnerable to AoE, so it's better than Doppel, I would say here. I do think... Actually, maybe this trade is actually fine. This guy should go face, right? And this guy should go face as well. Trade, he kills 2 bodies. Face puts him to 14. If he's on 14, I'm gonna have 3 bodies. Roar is gonna give me 8.
Time waits for no one.
6, 14. Okay. That is a relevant number, it seems. Feels good to like play properly again, right? Actually count, and you know, especially when you're playing an aggressive deck, trading or going face is a very, very big difference sometimes. Usually the trade's better if you don't hit one of those relevant numbers. Oh, I'm actually 1 off, right? Oh, never mind. He's gonna give it to me. Hey. I'm actually 1 off. Well, not anymore, but I was 1 off with the previous one. That is just inexperience, I would say, from not playing against, you know, constructed token druid. In Arena, I think if you've played a bit, you also know that.
Malfurion versus Garrosh.
It's funny how I made that speech about counting damage, and I'm like,
Protect the wild.
wait, I'm 1 off. Ooh, okay. How does this hand work? Because you can coin Aspirant, which is obviously phenomenal. I think you do this, and then say, if, right, I can coin Aspirant and I have a good hand for it, sure. I don't think I want to keep Piloted Reaper, even though it's a 4-mana card and sort of works with it. Alright, so now there absolutely is a reason to do it, right? If he, you know, doesn't play anything here, nothing that seems like it could contest. Okay, now there's absolutely a reason. We can get 2 coins. If this was a River Croc that said, hey, if you coin me on 1, I'll give you another coin, you're like, oh, sure, I'll do that. And then if it stays alive, then it just keeps giving. That's how I look at it. I try to not be like, oh, I can't play it because it might die. Just play it. If it sticks, great. Alright. We got the Druid into Druid, potentially. Could be quite good, annoying to deal with. Could have also traded and hero powered, but I think because we're leaning Druid next turn, we play the 3-mana card right now and we set up for trade hero power next turn. Improve morale and trade. Does not go for the free kill. I'm a little surprised by that.
I am ready.
Alright. We stick to the plan.
Another night on the
Beast
prowl.
out. Clear the fort. Hope for a 5/5. Hope for no cleave. Cleave here is phenomenal. I need to just discover mini. I don't think the play changes, right? Because you're setting up a 7/7. You know, you clear his board. I don't think you don't do this play because cleave exists, but whew, is it scary? Oh. Well, if he wins, this is the moment he won. We are in need of another beast now. Ooh. Well, at least it was his entire turn, but it was well worth it. No 7/7, no 5 mana. At least in this case, our deck feels pretty okay because we have a lot of late game and the Starfires, which are primarily reach, but they can also be used just to make sure we don't run out of cards. So I think if I was a super aggressive druid, I would hate this. I would be in a really bad spot. It's because we're not that aggressive. It's like, yeah, it's bad, but we could bounce back. All right. Well, yeah. So far, it's looking good. I don't think I solved the forest yet, even though it's pretty good. If I play Inventor Mekaru Cash in the Shield, I'm likely to just get more out of it.
Pass me that Arclight's banner.
Warpath is gone. so we don't play around that right now. Hope he doesn't roll those 2/2s, right? God, fucking. No. Okay. Have I mentioned how I dislike the portal mechanic? Oh man, if this matters, well, I mean, of course it matters, right? It costs me like 4 power over the long run, because I'm not gonna get 2 power now, and I'm not gonna get 2 power later with the 3, so of course it matters. Oh. Well, let's look at it this way. He played a Lost Hall Strider, and we traded our shield and our mill. Oh, maybe. Ooh, face, even better. Like it. Good Ogre Maul. Very good Ogre Maul. Yeah, I think if I picture myself him playing a Tall Strider and double trading it, I'm suddenly at peace again. Yeah. Oh, he was thinking? Okay, sure. I can kind of see it. Alright, double 3 is too juicy here. Hold the line.
Such a beautiful design! Hey, give me a minute.
Give me the soul of the forest. Come on.
A glorious invention.
That's not Whirlwind. And that's... Ooh. Man, that was an exceptionally bad Ogre Maul. Alright, well, we cash in on this no matter what. It's too good. Too scared to lose bodies right now. I guess Hero Power Mecha Ruin these guys. And then 3 and a 2 in here, right?
Join or die.
We could technically sit on the soul another turn, but yeah, that's a good soul. Take it, move on. There's a power in the deck, there's a roar in the deck, there's a Mukla in the deck. So 3 really good synergy cards. Colin's going 10, nice.
It's not just the city of mages.
Trade these guys. Play a bit around Brawl still, right? Probably find hero powering. We got so much pressure on the board. We're pretty good against Brawl as well. Do I actually want to cash in on the shield? Yeah, right. Screw it.
Join or die.
Ooh. Trade. Okay, I'll just equip it now, it's fine. But technically a misplay. Screw those. I'm definitely not gonna be worried about that. I think Team America tapped last against me, so it's all good. Other people are misplaying too. It's fine. It's cool, no problem. Alright, we got there. A5 from 1 and 2 up to 5. Keep a good mood. Keep thinking about plays. Sneaking back up.
Malfurion versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. I must protect the wild.
So we definitely like the Druid of the Saber in the landscaping. Keeping Piggy decreases the chance of finding a 1-mana card. But Piggy's a good early game card, but if you already have a 2 and a 3, I think you'd rather just jam a 4-drop or obviously the 1-drop, so tough call. I like the Druid of the Saber a bit better. If he doesn't have any pressure, I'd rather play a 3-2 stealth. That's a big difference though, stealth. If this were a Raptor, I'd chuck the Raptor. I'd rather play a Piggy and a Raptor. I'd rather play a 3-2 stealth than a Piggy. It's just, stealth is such a huge deal. Does not get piggied. Alright, so we could have piggied this. Guess we top deck it again. No. So this is an interesting point. You can charge it down, or you could stealth. If you charge it down and he plays a 2-3, you play the Jeweler. If he plays a 3-2, you might still landscaping. If you go stealth, you're sort of trying to get the landscaping to work. Is there any mech related stuff that could go really wrong here if I stealth it?
What to do?
Annoyotron, and then like Tinkertown Technician. Tinkertown is gonna hit that, but Annoyotron could be annoying, right? Yeah. Okay, I don't think it matters enough. So, in case I'm missing some nasty things that could happen, I'm gonna go ahead and charge it. Ooh, oh wow. He invested a lot of resources in that. We do not have beasts, these are trends, okay. I'm gonna go play the spider tank here. Our opponent's on 3 mana. Versus 3 mana, 3/4 should probably be better than landscaping. Landscaping also more synergy with our deck, I would say.
Perfect cat.
I sort of want to kill those 1/1s, but at the same time, I have 2 Starfires, it's a Warlock. I'm about to go 5-face with this 5/6 if he doesn't kill it, so it all adds up. Okay. I think here we do trade an Imp and Hero Power. Play the landscaping. A little bit more defense. Now I'm trading because the Shredder presents an obvious bad trade for us. So this was the downside sort of, right? Like had we traded 1 last turn, he would not have had 2 1/1s. But similarly, if he plays, say, a 3/5, actually, you'd probably kill a 3/5 with your soldier, wouldn't you? I'm sure there are worlds where I'm sad if I trade it, but because I have the 5/6 stat line, maybe trading is always correct. Goes for the free kill, not afraid. Okay. I think I want to go for Mekaru Silent Knight, Hero Power. I think I will actually just trade and make it a bit awkward for him. So, this one here, this one here.
For the wild. Time waits for no one.
Dread Infernal is phenomenal once again, but that's the main reason I didn't want to play Scribe. Shredder into Scribe, Dread Infernal would be heartbreaking. So I'd rather do this, and then if he dreads, I'll play Scribe and Gnome. If he doesn't dreads, then, you know, got 3/1 health guys on the board. Coin, 7 mana. Abyssal is not a card. Giggles, that is a card here. So the question is here, do we want to Hero Power or do we want to Scribe? Gnome always hits the board, and we always kill one of the Annoyos. Killing both of the Annoyos does make the damage a lot more awkward to kill the 5/6, because it's going to be a 5/5, and then he can't just throw the Shredder in. What he can do is trade both the 3/1 and the 2/1. I think the Hero Power is actually quite useful here. And we're going to sort of run out of cards if we don't want to play this yet, right? Hero Power is also slightly more defensive. We'll see. I'm not feeling too bad yet. This is the turn, though. This is the turn where he says you have a chance or you don't. Similar as the Warrior game, if you're a lighter deck, this is more of a problem. Because we have those Ogres, those Starfires, we haven't necessarily lost, but we'll need to draw them. If your deck just consists of 1, 2, and 3 drops right now, you're not happy at all. Ooh, Collins just hit 11. No, Collins, yeah, just hit 11, queuing up for 12, which is the same, right? If you hit 11, you queue up for 12. He might be taking this don't pop my own Shredder thing a bit too far. I sort of started respecting it, right? I was like, hey, that's cool. Yeah, I think he's taking it a tad too far. He's like, well, I'm invested now, monk guys. Alright. Time to put a 1/1 into that Shredder. Taking a bit too much damage. Okay. Do I want that trade? Sort of do. Makes the kill on the 5/5 much more awkward. Gives me 6 damage here, but I could just hero power for now. I think I'd rather hero power then. Bulldfist Ogre on this board. He's got a Shredder to kill my Scribe. I think I'd rather have Bulldfist, yeah. Actually? No. Almost always happier to Scribe.
What a tragedy! Better write this down.
For the wild. I'm waiting for no one.
Because if we Ogre, it's easier for him to actually just double trade the Ogre. Whereas now, if he wants to remove all the power of the Scribe, he needs, say, Dread Infernal or Hellfire or so. If he has Hellfire, the Ogre suffers as well. So I think in almost every regard, it's actually Ogre.
Don't worry, loves. The cavalry's here.
Okay. At last, our soldier goes down. Oh, wow.
Run! I will hold them off.
Makes sense. Ooh, good draw, good draw. I think we do that. These 1/1s are going to suffer too much versus this guy. Plus Ogre is not good into a 4/2 here. Alright. Good hero power. But Garrison Commander seems pretty good. Spare part to kill this guy. Play the board a little bit right now. Trade, trades, whirling trades, push to 1.
What to do?
All right!
Lots of trading, but he's pretty low health, so his hero power doesn't do much right now. So if we keep drawing heavy, it's okay. It's another Starfire in there. Could be really good. Coining for 10. What's going on here?
What a tragedy!
Oh,
Better
just
write this
10
down.
mana's worth. Okay.
I can taste the mana.
Oh, just nothing. Okay. Oh, this Ogre gets traded in very nicely. Half-heartedly debating putting the Druid of the Fang out instead. Because unless I draw Rat, Hawksteed, Power, Combatant, but probably want to hero power with it. Yeah, the chance to get it is much lower.
Snakes. It has to
Guide my lands.
For the wild. I'm waiting for no one.
So we're going for the 4/4 here to preserve the Ogre because we are running out of cards. And it does look likely that the Scribe has to trade. Now you might say, what if he has a Shadowbolt or a Soulfire, but if you play Ogre, he will actually buff his guy. Oh man, that is so specific. Alright, punished, here we go. Good old punish. Alright, if I go face with this, Savage Combatant kills him, Savage Roar kills him, Starfire wins anyway. Still feels better to go face here.
For the wilds.
It puts him to 1 next turn if I Ogre Hero Power his face, so it does mean that he has to kill me. And right now it looks like he can't really go face. So this way...
We are one.
Okay.
We are
Does that threaten lethal? 12. 4 1/1s. Not right now. If he does them add and add something. I'm going to be on 20 health, so 12. 3/1/1s, that's 15, that's 20, goddamn. Okay. So we do need that draw here. Ah, another heartbreaking loss, man. What is it with these one-offs? Oh, so incredibly sad. Not missing anything here. Damn, that is heartbreaking, man. 2 losses on 1 health. Holy shit. I think I do make the right call to push face there now. I don't know, man. Some weird ass world where he doesn't see it or disconnects. I usually don't really go here, but I'll do it for Collins. There. He can count. This is bad. And moving on. Alright, so we have 3 hours. We're really gonna take our time. 3 hours for our last run. If we get a high win on that one, I'm sure we're not out of it. 7 and a 5 is not exactly top of the class, but it's also not bottom of the barrel.